Welcome and welcome back to Unwind Flow Yoga. I'm Amanda and I'll be guiding you through our level 2 midday practice. When you're ready, grab a blanket or a towel if you'd like to sit up on a prop in a little bit. Otherwise, join me lying down on the back. Let's take a moment to lie down here, any position that's most comfortable for you. Legs can be extended or knees bent. We won't be here for long. Starting to bring your awareness to your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. For our level 2 practice today, we'll be doing a little bit more movement and looking at our circulation. So this practice is great if you've been a little bit more seated or still for the first half of your day here, and we'll introduce a little bit more of that circulation here as we transition back into the rest of our day. So as you take a moment here, just to pause, notice the breath. See if you can tune into the breath here, traveling into the body and releasing the breath out. Without changing anything, see if you can keep this mindful breath as we start our movement. When you're ready, start by wiggling fingers, toes, circle wrists, circle ankles, smooth head a little bit side to side. And then from here, let's hug our right knee into our chest. Left knee can be bent or extended all the way along on the floor. Gently hugging the right knee in towards the chest, fingers interlaced along the front of your right shin. Breathing space into the back of the right hip for another moment here. And then switch the hands so you're hugging on behind the leg, hugging onto your hamstrings. And this is where we'll start to introduce our movement here. So on an inhale, start to bring the right leg towards straight. And then as you exhale, bend the knee back in towards the chest. Continuing here on your breath in your own time. Remembering the leg does not have to come all the way straight. We're just introducing that sense of movement. See if you can use the hands to listen to what's going on in the hamstrings, all these muscles in the backs of the legs. See if you can notice the tissues sliding across one another as you straighten and bend the leg. And you might even shift the position of the hands here to listen to different parts of this experience. Let's try one more extension. And re-bend the knee. Hug the right knee back into the chest. And then switching sides here. Right foot to floor or leg all the way long, left knee to the chest. Starting off here, fingers interlaced along the front of the shin. And then switch the hands here. Fingers interlaced along the back of your left thigh here. And then we'll start that bend and straighten. So on your inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, re-bend the knee. Notice if that first one didn't go very far, knowing that's okay, but maybe the next couple you even find just a millimeter more. Inhale, straightens the leg. Exhale, bend. Noticing any differences about the side, so noticing what your hands feel in the tissues. Muscles of the back of the leg sliding across one another. Knowing as we do this hamstring warm-up here, we'll come back to a few hamstring stretches throughout our practice. Let's take one more. And exhale. Hug the left knee in. Hug the right knee in, so both knees in towards the chest. And then roll over onto one side. Gently press yourself up into a seat. I'm going to grab onto my blanket here so I can elevate my hips just a little bit as we stay seated for a moment. So just bring one shin in front of the other, create a nice tall spine, anchoring down through your sitting bones here. We'll add on to the flow with our arms that we started in level 1. So whenever you're ready, inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. Exhale, press something away from you. And then this time, eagle arms here. So right arm over the left, interlace forearms. See if you can reach fingertips towards palms and then lift the fingertips up. As you exhale, round the spine, elbows towards chest. And then reverse. Inhale, reach the arms up, let them go. Exhale, bend the elbows. Press something away from you here. And then eagle arms, once again, left arm over right, or hug onto opposite shoulder. Stay with the level 1 version. Choice is yours. Elbows lift. Exhale, around the spine, elbows towards chest. Drop the head. Inhale, rise the arms up. We'll do one more time each side. Bend the elbows, open the chest. Press something away from you here. And then right arm over left. Lift the elbows up. And then exhale, around the spine, drop the head. Last round here. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Press something away from you. And then left elbow over the right. Inhale, rise, elbows up. Exhale, around the spine, look down. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up. And then fingertips come behind you. See if you can interlace the fingers here. Maybe palms reach towards each other and then reach the knuckles away. From here, we're going to take this interlace of our fingers over towards the left side of our waist. And if the hands didn't make it so far, you can just do one arm, other arm on the floor. If you have the fingers interlaced here, hug that outside elbow in behind you, keeping that nice tall spine. And then we'll drop our left ear down towards our left shoulder, feeling the stretch along the right side of our neck. Remembering that we're not trying to force this stretch, just letting gravity take over. Drop the shoulders down and noticing the muscles alongside of the neck soften. Maybe tuck the chin down towards the chest. Notice if that feels different. And then inhale, slowly let it go. Bring the head back up. Release the fingertips and then just give the wrists a little bit of a circle. We'll do that second side. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, arms come back behind you. Interlace the fingers, maybe the opposite way the fingers normally want to go. See if you can reach the knuckles away from the back body. And then take this interlace of the fingers over to the right side of your waist. Once again, just one arm, totally fine. But if you have this interlace here, hug that opposite elbow in. From there, drop right ear towards right shoulder. Maybe you notice the difference, right side, left side. I know I do. Reconnecting here to that mindful breath. Stay with it. Notice if you feel a difference in the body after that little bit of circulation work, moving the arms around, and then returning here to this still pose. Take another breath in. Maybe chin comes down towards the chest. Take a breath in. And then exhale, release. Release the hands. Once again, give the wrists a little bit of a shake. Maybe move the head a little bit side to side. Notice a little bit of that rejuvenation. And then from here, we'll turn over onto hands and knees, warming up a little bit more. So using your blanket for your knees or placing it off to the side, we're going to come into tabletop. So spread the fingers wide, shoulders over our wrists, hips over our knees, and then just take one cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly towards the floor, look up. Exhale, round the spine, press the mat away. From here, come towards a neutral spine here. So fingers are pressing in towards the ground. And then we'll take our right leg, extend it back behind you. From here, take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to cross your right knee behind the left and start to sink back like you're going to sit into child's pose. You're probably not going to go very far. Keep the connection to the hands. Inhale, reach that right leg back up, and then step it through for low lunge. So right foot comes by the right wrist. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, take the hands to the floor, and we'll repeat that. Sweep the right leg out behind you. Tuck it behind the left, sink the hips back. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, foot steps forward. Inhale, rise as you all the way up, low lunge. Exhale, hands to floor. Step the right foot back, legs extended, knee crosses, press the hips back. Inhale to rise, step the foot forward, and then take the arms all the way up, low lunge. Adding on here, hands plant. Take the right leg back behind you, cross the knees, press the hips back. Inhale, straighten right leg, step it forward, rise up, low lunge. Here's where we change, hands to floor, and then work the hips back as you straighten right leg, maybe right toes lift off the floor, feeling that hamstring stretch. Rebend front knee, walk the hands forward, repeat. Sweep the right leg back behind you, straight leg, cross the knees, sink the hips back. Inhale, come forward, step the right foot, and rise up, low lunge. Exhale, take the hands down towards the floor, and then shift the hips back, straight right leg, flex right toes. Inhale guides you forward, reach the right leg back behind you. We have one more. Cross the knees, sink the hips back. Lift the right leg up, take a big step forward, low lunge, arms rise. Exhale, hands to floor, work the hips back. Half Hanumanasana here, hamstring stretch. Walk the hands forward, plant right hand, step the right knee beside the left, and sink back into a child's pose. Drop the head down. Notice what's happening in the right side of the body. Notice your breath here as you return towards stillness. Catch a wave here with your breath to reconnect to your center. And then we'll repeat left side. Inhale, rise up, tabletop pose. One cat-cow here. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, around the spine, press the mat away. Inhale, come towards a neutral spine here. Going slow for this first round. Inhale, extend the left leg behind you. Exhale, left knee crosses right. Sink back into that modified child's pose. Inhale, lift left leg, and then step forward. Left foot comes by the left wrist. Reach the arms up for low lunge. Exhale, hands to floor. Step the left leg back behind you, and then cross the knees, sink back. Inhale, lift left leg, big step forward, arms rise, low lunge. We have one more like this. Hands to floor, extend left leg, cross the knees, sink back. Stay with your breath. Inhale, left foot forward. Take the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to floor. Extend left leg. Cross the knees, sink the hips back. As you inhale, step left foot forward, rise the arms up. Exhale, hands to floor. And then this time we straighten left leg. So as you bring the hips back, left leg straightens, maybe the left toes flex. You can walk the hands back to give yourself more space. And then inhale, crawl yourself forward, plant the hands, extend left leg, and then cross the knees, sink back on and exhale. Two more like that. Inhale, straighten left leg, step left foot forward, arms rise. Exhale, hands to floor, sink the hips back. Inhale, rise back forward, straighten left leg. As you exhale, cross the knees, sink the hips back. One more. Inhale, extend left leg. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to floor. Straighten left leg, walk the hips back. Inhale, crawl the fingertips forward, straighten left leg, and then left knee meets right, sink back, child's pose. Take a moment to pause here, find a still pose. Notice what's happening on the left side of the body, on your right side. Notice the body working together as one here. From here, rise back up into your tabletop pose, and then we'll tuck the toes for downward facing dog. So in your own time, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, and then spend a few breaths, walk out your down dog. Bend one knee, and then the other, shift the weight side to side. Return towards a neutral downward dog here. Drop the head down towards the floor. Really reconnect to the hands and the feet. Notice the strength and structure of your pose. The still point here that will move around in a moment. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, look towards the hands. Step or walk the feet towards the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold here. On an inhale, hands towards the shins, lift halfway, lengthen spine. Exhale, release, fold forward. Soften the knees here to lift yourself all the way up, arms rise. And then on an exhale, press the palms together, hands towards the heart. From here, we'll come right into our flow. So make sure you're towards the top of your mat here. We're going to take the hands onto the hips and then pour the weight into that right foot so we can lift our left knee in towards the chest, coming into a balance here. If you're comfortable here, hands can stay on the hips or hands towards the heart, and then start to press back into warrior three. So we're going to extend the left leg back out behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale, left toes to floor, sweep the arms up for crescent lunge. Soft bend in that back knee. As you inhale, lift the fingertips a little higher, open the chest. Notice that nice long spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands come down towards the floor, and then we'll start to work that right leg towards straight. So hands wherever comfortable. Start to straighten the right leg as the left heel drops down towards the mat. Bring the nose down towards that front knee, crown of the head reaches down towards the floor. Take another breath in, and then exhale, left knee to floor, come into low lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, open the chest. And then from here, right elbow comes over the left into our eagle arms. As we inhale, lift the elbows up, and then maybe sink a little lower in your lunge. From here, if you like, you can lift the fingertips up a little higher, maybe introducing a little bit of a back bend here. On an inhale, release the arms, give them a nice sweep up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. From down dog, option to stay here or we flow. Inhale, rock forward, high plank pose. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way down towards the floor. Untuck the toes, roll the shoulders onto the back body, lift up for cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes under, press up to your knees, and then lift the hips up and back, find downward facing dog. On an inhale, let's take that right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right foot steps in between the hands. Keep the hands on the floor for a moment. And then straighten right leg, drop left heel, bring the head down. Inhale, come forward, rise up, crescent lunge, arms sweep up. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands come down towards heart center. Start to shift halfway forward. So we're pressing off the back toes, coming into our warrior three. Give the left toes a little bit of a walk forward and then lift the left leg. Left leg is active, foot is flexed. And then from here, bring the left knee in towards the chest. See if you can balance on that right leg. Option to stay here and add the arms, or we can add the legs, full eagle pose here. Wrap the left leg around the right, and then take the arms up. This time, right arm comes over the left. Squeeze the forearms together, lift the elbows up, fingertips away from the face. Stay with your breath. On an inhale, let it go. So release the arms, release the legs, palms face forward. Find Tadasana pose. Take 3 breaths. Noticing the shift in the energy. Notice the sense of circulation. Repeating that on our second side. When you're ready, take the hands onto the hips. Pour the weight into that left foot. Right knee comes in towards the chest. Testing out your balance here on the left leg. Keeping the hands on the hips or hands towards the heart. And then warrior 3. Kick the right leg back out behind you. Keep the leg nice and strong and active. Lengthen the chest forward away from that back foot. Take another breath in. On an exhale, crescent lunge, right toes find the floor, soft bend in that back knee as you sweep the arms up. Finding your lunge here, active left leg. Take another breath in, and then exhale, hands find the floor. Start to straighten left leg this time. Right heel drops back behind you. Using the fingertips for support as you need. Maybe even adjusting your left hip back a little bit more. Can you release the head here as you soften for another breath in? And then exhale, right knee finds the floor. Come into your low lunge, arms rise up. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows. This time, left elbow comes over the right. Interlace the forearms. See if you can reach the fingertips up, elbows reach. And then maybe sink down into your lunge a little bit lower. If you have more space here, lift the elbows up so you come into this back bend shape. Take another breath in. And then exhale, release. Give the arms a nice big sweep up. Exhale, hands find the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Option to stay in down dog or flow. Inhale, rock forward, high plank pose. Exhale, lower all the way down towards the mat. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet down. Lift up for cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes, press up all the way for downward facing dog. We'll just repeat our sequence on the left side. So when you're ready, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot steps in between the hands. Keep the hands down here. Straighten left leg, drop the head down. Take a moment to pause. Inhale, rebend left knee, sweep the arms up, crescent lunge. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands come towards heart center. Start to shift halfway forward, pressing off that back leg, preparing for warrior three. As you're ready, lift the right leg up. Flex the right toes, strong right leg. And then inhale, right knee comes up in towards the chest. And then option to keep the legs wherever makes sense for your balance today. If you want to come into full eagle pose, Garudasana, you're going to hook the right leg around the left. And then we'll add the arms. So take the arms up just for a moment, and then right elbow or left elbow over right. So left elbow is on top. I like to use my right toes as a kickstand on this side. Can you take the elbows up? Reach the forearms away from the face. Where can you soften in your pose? Inhale, slowly rise, release the hands, feet to the floor, palms forward. Take 3 breaths here. Making our way down to the floor, we'll just flow it out to get there. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, palms touch, soften the knees as you fold forward. Inhale to rise, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into plank pose. From here, knees or toes lower all the way down. Untuck the toes, tops of the feet down, lift yourself up into cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog, just for 1 breath. And then from here, knees to floor, child's pose. Find stillness here in your entire body. Noticing the effects of our circulation work, getting the body moving. And then on an inhale, slowly walk the hands in. And we're going to come into a seated pose here. So I'm going to grab onto my blanket to lift my hips a little bit. Placing our sitting bones down on our support. And then from here, we're going to make a Janushirasana shape with our legs. So I'm going to bring my left leg long, right knee is bent, foot is on the inside of the left leg. And then we're going to come into 2 poses flowing in and out here. So when you're ready, take your inhale, arms will rise up. On an exhale, we're going to come into a side stretch here. So our left arm will slide down the left leg as the right fingertips reach up. And then inhale, right arm comes behind you, take the right hand to the floor, and then press the hips up. Repeating that here on your own time. Exhale, come into your side stretch. Inhale rises you up into that back bend shape, lifting the hips. Try 3 more rounds on your own time. Using the inhale to extend the spine. I think we have 1 more here. Always feeling free to pause the video if you'd like more time in this shape. And then once you've arrived back down to the floor, we're just going to come to a forward fold over our extended leg. Once we've arrived, taking 3 breaths there, just returning to a still pose, allowing all that circulation to land in the body. On an inhale, use your fingertips to crawl yourself back up, and then we'll just switch sides. So this time, right leg is extended, left knee is bent, sole the foot onto the inside of the thigh, and going slow this first round here, take your arms up on an inhale. As you exhale, side bend over your extended leg, and then inhale, left hand comes behind you, lift the hips up. As you exhale, lower the hips back down, side stretch. Trying 1 more all together. Inhale to rise. Exhale, softly lower the hips back down, side stretch. And then 3 more cycles on your own. Inhale, lift the hips up. Noticing that you can make these poses your own, making your own shapes as big or as small as you would like. As you finish off your next round here, coming into that forward fold. So we're just going to fold over our extended leg, hands on either side. Taking 3 full breaths. On that next inhale, slowly walk the fingertips in. Remove your prop here and lie down on the back. Take your time to lie down. Hug the knees into the chest when you get there. Take a little rock side to side. And then slowly drop both knees over to one side, maybe your left side. Arms come out into a T or cactus. Allowing yourself to rest in a twist for a few breaths. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Slowly drop them over to your second side, making any adjustments or shifts that you need. Take another breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, bring the knees back through center, and then extend all the way out into your final pose, making your Shavasana shape. Maybe that means extending the legs, give them a little shake to make sure you're nice and relaxed here for a few moments of silence. Before you drop into your Shavasana here, just take a moment to notice the energy in the body. Noticing the sense of circulation. See if you can harness this energy, attention, and awareness to decide how you'd like the rest of your day to go, how you'd like for it to be. Knowing that you have everything within you to make that possible. Take another breath in. Exhale, release. Enjoy your rest here in Shavasana. If you have more time here, I encourage you to rest longer. If you're working with that about 30-minute increment, we're about at that time. So as you're ready, slowly rise back into the rest of your day. I'll see you all again very soon. Namaste.